Hi, how are we doing? Oh my God, I have a little spillage. Let me get that out of the corner. All of this is a very delicate.
My kids stand up for like the American flag.
I'm rejecting my own childhood. I have personally said if I ever got to 500 subscribers, I would start posting again. And through literally no effort of my own, we have hit 500 subscribers, people. And I say what is that? That is a...
Look out, world! 2 cougars on the prowl!
It's like 500 cougars. So I say, good job, people. Cheers. Cheers. Welcome back. Hi, I'm Grace. Nice to meet you. If I don't know you, which I don't know you, you live in there. I was thinking the other day, I got to seeing these skateboards from Welcome. They are doing some like musician collaborations. One of them caught my eye. It was this little My Chemi collab over here. We got 3 boards for 3 eras out of 3 albums. You know, My Chem famously never made that 4th album, famously never made another album. The Black Parade ends with famous last words, and I honestly think those are the last words they ever sang as a band. Never recorded a single song after that album. So I'm glad to see a full actual representation of the band's work here in skateboard form. While I like the I Brought You the Bullets one with the Ferris wheel and the Harry Houdini on the grip tape, the one that caught my eyes is this 3 Cheers for Sweet Revenge, but it also uses images that I recognize. That image on the back of the board, I don't know why I'm clicking it on my screen capture. What a freaking dip. This image on the back of the board is the image of the band on the back of the album cover. I don't even think Bob is in this freaking picture because this is before Bob was in the freaking band. Much beloved and desired aesthetic from these boys. One that captured me so young. In fact, 20 years ago, where was I? Where were we as a people, as a society? Bush Part 2? That was an upsetting time. It got weird. People all around were saying things like,
My kids stand up for like the American flag.
So that got me thinking about maybe doing a video series, you see. But you know, little Gracie here, I had me an idea, you see. What if I fueled my need for nostalgic, retrospective content while also talking shit on the bands that are so beloved?
I want the song of the American dorm room.
In 2004, I think it was I'm Not Okay, I Promise. Oh my God, so nostalgic, so good. Just look at it. You're like, dude, that's the art. I recognize it from the album cover, and now it's here, brought to life before my very eyes. It's kind of dangerous. It's kind of sexy. It's marked in black, just like how we felt as children's, as a child, as a small baby girl, weighing but a pound, barely a foot tall, a baby bird in a nest yet to take flight. This hit me somewhere in my cerebellum, and it told me, hey kid, you're not alone anymore. Okay, I'll admit it's a little nostalgic. I'll admit it's got me right in the freaking heart here, okay?
Your mother has a sickness!
John, you need to temper it down, buddy, because my mom let me listen to My Chem, and that's pretty freaking cool. It had a parental advisory sticker on the back of it, and I felt like I was cooler for having it as a child. My day as a child, as a young little, 1 pound baby. My day as a child would start out with me perusing, respectively, VH1, MTV, and MTV2. In the mornings, they would all play music video countdowns. This is what I was told. MTV was created for the music television for me to hear and see the bands that I don't know yet. I don't know who they are.
It's scientifically proven.
Little did I know what I was in for, what I was stumbling upon, what I was pulling into my soul when I watched the I'm Not Okay music video as an impressionable 11, 12-year-old. This spoke to me. And when you're a child, when you're gaining consciousness, when your thoughts are coming up and fucking head. That is scary. That is tough. In 8th grade choir class, we were asked to bring a song in to play to the class to represent you, to speak to you. So we all knew each other's musical stylings. I, respectively, brought My Chemical Romance with me. The teacher wasn't happy about that. A lot of the students thought I was weird. I thought it was a jammer. I thought I was listening to some cutting edge, hardcore, punk rock. I didn't even know what the frick emo was at this point. But little did I know that playing a song as a precocious 11-year-old called I'm Not Okay for a classroom full of people that don't really know you yet. But the message, nevertheless, still kind of sticks with me. The photographs your boyfriend took, you said you read me like a book, but the pages are all torn and frayed. It's like there's a connection there. But the connection was tarnished. It was manipulated. It was ruined somehow. Gerard, it's like, buddy, are you okay, bro? You gonna be okay? You gonna get past this, girl? You gonna get over the shit you saw, the things that happened? And Gerard's like, nay, bro, I'm not okay, dude. I'm not gonna be there. This song is part of that process. And at 11, I always felt like kind of an outsider. I always felt like a little bit of a weirdo. And my chem, boom, speaks to it right there. If you've ever felt, hey, you over there, you, everyone. If you've ever felt, what's the first one? Ever felt alone, being alone as a child, and then you see that, you're like, God damn, Gerard. I do feel alone sometimes. Sometimes eating my cold lunch in the back of the classroom by myself, I feel alone, and I'm glad I have my Chemical Romance album to keep me company. So I'm beginning to doubt, and I personally don't want to bring into question the integrity of Henry Villanueva. However, this scan to me doesn't quite feel 4K. Barely HD. We're getting introduced to them. This isn't their first album, but this is their first foray out into the world. And I'm connecting to these guys. You got the hot, kind of edgy one with the tattoos. He has a scorpion on his neck. I don't want to Frank. Do you want to Frank? And Gerard's over here. Gerard, I feel he's sensitive. He's a leader. He's sensitive, but he's approachable. There's something about Gerard that is the everyman, the common man, if you will, but also the extraordinary individual that doesn't quite play or fit into the molds that society builds them. Also, this was like the first time I just saw a dude with gorgeous long hair that I like wanted. I could freaking grow hair like Gerard. Sure, it may not be as black as the night sky, but doesn't he look good? This old school mentality of preps versus jocks, geeks versus nerds, cliques and groups that you're kind of put in high school, but not really. You just kind of hang out with the people that you see a lot. At least at my high school, we didn't really have cliques. I mean, like, I was a punk. Let's get one thing straight. I personally was a punk, and I still am, hence the name of my channel. The one thing I like above all else is energy. You need to have the sauce. You need to have some sort of moving, driving force for me to connect to you, for me to understand you and feel like I'm not being bullshitted with, because I hate slow songs. I hate slow, vibey, meandering songs. Get to the point. Tell me what you gotta say. We got Bob for the first time on the drums back here. Now, Bob didn't record. He wasn't recorded on the album. This room they created with the foam pads, or these are just cartons, aren't they? With the stripes and cartons in the garage, they were able to create such an iconic freaking look in here. This is what we're talking about. It's a DIY punk garage mentality presented with the sleekness and the production value of a band who's been in this shit for like years. This is like Rick Rubin shit, you know, the Rube. Can think a lot of this to my man, the legend Mark Webb. Now, Markery Webb has gone on to create some blockbusters, world-changing films and events. we have created 500 Days of Summer, The Amazing Spider-Man, The Amazing Spider-Man 2, like all great directors, David Fincher, James Cameron, Spike Jonze. He is a music video director first and foremost, and 3 of the most popular music videos that I hope to cover are the My Chemical Romance tracks. Such a sleekness and an easiness to how Mark Webb sets up the camera that you get the joke, you get the story being told in the 3 or 4 frames that they're showing it. The setup here is Frank is gonna kiss this girl, but instead of kissing this girl, he picks something out of her freaking eyeball and walks away. Boom. Classic. Hilarious. They're longing to be seen, to be recognized, but they also don't play by society's rules. Yes, they may isolate themselves, but isn't it also society that pushes you to that corner in the first place? And who are we but to just take the roles we are given? And it's like a snake. It's like a snake. They're 69ing each other. Losing a panel. We're losing a panel back here. Sure, it could be my fault. Sure, it could be my fault that this song, to me, is overplayed. This song, I can't help when I hear the dun, 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 dun. When I hear this beginning part, I can't help but both feel nostalgic, but I can't help but feel just slightly annoyed and mostly over it, unexcited for the track that's about to come. Even though it's a certified banger, even though I will tell you to date, folks, that this song has aged beautifully. There's just such a pure, genuine energy bleeding out of these people. And when you go back and listen to this album on whole, I feel like I'm Not Okay, while being a fair representation of the band, is more so on the poppier side of that album. I think the album as a whole has a really hard cut, or maybe a soft transition, into the back half that to me feels more evocative of everything they were doing on I Gave You My Bullets, You Gave Me Your Love. First half of the album with Helena, Ghosts of You, to the end, I'm Not Okay. These songs feel like poppier hits. They feel like My Chemical Romance put through a streamlined filter with a polish and a touch that is accessible to moms and teenagers alike. I feel like the edge in I'm Not Okay has mostly been scrubbed out, not to the extent of the Black Parade, but the edge has been refined. It's not the part of the band that I am personally attracted to. I like their rougher, heavier, more intense songs. The dirtier and nastier My Chem gets, the more delicious I find the music they're playing. I'm Not Okay is right on that line between being bitchy enough to being satisfying, but also being catchy enough to be slightly annoying that it gets played, and it's so just overly well known. I cannot deny the nostalgic factor here. I cannot deny I would have different moments that I would look forward to looking at. I would be lying if this moment didn't send a billion Tumblr posts about a Frank Arrow and Gerard Way ship. I probably quite literally would not be the person I am here today, sitting in front of you, screaming at a 20-year-old music video if it wasn't for said 20-year-old music video. Some of my favorite moments, I love the tackling of the mascot. That's a classic moment. Frank popping out of the locker, just being the worst weirdo. I like that Frank's thing in this video is that he is the hot one. He is the one that dudes want to be like and girls want to be with, or also be like. Sometimes his eyeliner's just fucking dead on. Like, what's wrong with Frank? Frank has everything going for him. He has tattoos. He was in, was his first band, was it the Posey Boys? He was in a band before, and then he was in Leathermouth after this. That was a very, like, aggressive band. And you're like, he has everything going for him. Like, what's the issue? And you're like, oh, he doesn't know how to talk to girls. That must be tough. I personally think there's a lot to like in this music video, but The question remains. The question then becomes, where do we place it on our tier list? Where does it fit in? Is it a certified absolute quality banger that I would call jam it? Or is it good, but I can take it or leave it. I enjoy it. There's nothing obsessively wrong with it. That would be a soft jam it. Or is it right in the middle? Just inoffensive. I don't hate it. I don't like it. I don't really enjoy anything about it. I don't really know the band that well. Is it just right in the middle? Just mediocre as all hell. This is gonna kill me. Go away. Or is it just kind of bad? It's just like really bad, but not like so bad that like I actively want it deleted from my brain. That would be a soft slam it. Or everybody, is it so bad? Is it so fucking awful that I want to puke out my freaking nose? I don't think so. I don't think it deserves to be a slam. Personally, I think it's gonna go in the hard jam it. Who the fuck am I if I put the first video I do in this series, the one that kind of got me into emo music, the one that started my entire like journey into like punk rockdom. Oh no, Bubby. Where did Bubby go? Bubby! If I did not classify them as a certified absolute banger, and if I didn't put them at the tippy top of Jam It, then what the f am I doing? Why would this song even stick with me after 20 years? Why would I choose it to be the first one in this video series? I don't know. I'm just crazy like that sometimes. So good job, everybody. It's good to be back. It's great to be here. I hope everyone who made it to this part of the video enjoyed it. If you did, please like or subscribe to me, and that'll encourage me to make more. If you want me to do another video before this decade is over, then please like and subscribe to my channel. Hi, I'm Grace. It was nice talking to you. I'll catch you on the flip side, I guess. Cool. That's it. That's all I got today. I forgot how hot these lights get the room. Know what I mean? I'm sweating over here. Guys. It's a struggle. This is why I don't do this anymore. It's tough. It sucks.